All right, welcome to the Rashawn Franklin podcast, episode, I think 18, maybe, 18, 17. I'm your host, Rashawn Franklin, and we've got Emmette, and Keith and Emmett back on. What's up, y'all?
What's good, yeah?
Not too bad, man. Disappointing Sunday, but we move on.
Yeah. I'm going to do a quick...
You go cry in the car yesterday?
Hey, raise your hand if your team won yesterday.
Hell no.
If you listen on audio, I have my hand up. Keith had his hand up.
Oh, yeah, Keith has his hand up, too.
Yeah. The Ravens won, the Bears
Yeah,
won.
do you have your hand up?
You better enjoy this Monday. You're going to have a lot of Mondays with your hand down.
That's a fact.
You better enjoy this.
Yeah, so let's get into it, man. The NFC champs lost to a team that's young and up and coming. I would really like the Cardinals and what they look like holistically, like offense and defense. They have a lot going for them. But they went into Candlestick and beat the Niners. I'm gonna let you talk, Em. Like, what happened? But before I let you do that, Jimmy Garoppolo had a chance at the end
to win the game.
To win the game and put a stamp on the season. Like we're doing this again, and he couldn't do it.
And he underthrew Kendrick Bourne in the end zone. Yes, I remember. And then went on to get us off the field and fall down. So that's boy, that one. But I can't put it 100% on Jimmy. That was like bad from. That one was hopefully that was an aberration, and we could get back. I mean, I know we were injured. There's no Debo, no Ayuk. Mm-hmm. We basically have 3 healthy receivers on the 53-man roster at present, and we were starting our third-string center. All that said, we still should have won that game.
Yeah.
Given the injuries and all, we were the better team. I didn't like the plan that Saleh or Kyle Shanahan came up with. Special teams was bad. I can't believe they blocked the punt. They made one shift.
Yeah.
They made one shift and then blocked the punt.
That was ugly.
That one was a bad performance. Jimmy didn't play well at all, even though if you look at his stat line, you go 2 touchdowns, 0. You go, oh, he played all right. And then you actually watch the game, and then you see he didn't convert any third downs. He was horrible in the red zone. He was like panicky in the pocket. I don't know if you guys saw the play where he did like a pirouette in the
and then landed it ran into one of the guys.
Yeah, I don't know what he had going on. Maybe it's a lack of preseason. I don't know.
You're just coming to your senses, B. I'm trying to tell you he ain't it. He threw into triple coverage yesterday and threw an interception, but he got called back too.
He's good for one of those a game. That's the one head scratcher a game. I was hoping he would cut that down to one every 4 games instead of one every game. He seems to be the same guy from last year. I don't see any growth. Maybe this is his ceiling. Maybe he's just this is what he is. But I think it's partially not all his fault because he doesn't fit Kyle Shanahan's system. And Kyle Shanahan
in what way?
Jimmy wants to get in shotgun, single back, not a lot of motions, a lot of quick throws, screens, short and intermediate. He doesn't want to get under center and play action, turn his back to the defense, get under center, motion the fullback out wide, send him back into the backfield, then got a jet sweep motion. That's a lot of mental stuff you're responsible for. Mm-hmm. And he just wants to play quick, get the ball out quick, easy decisions.
I would argue that most quarterbacks now want to play like that, though. So maybe it's Kyle that needs to adjust to him. And we'll talk about how Bruce Arians didn't want to adjust to Tom Brady and how that looked terrible. But go ahead.
Yeah, that a lot of the same thing. These guys want to force this. Kyle wants to run his system. It's his baby.
Right. He
did it for Jimmy when Jimmy looked good those first 5 games in San Francisco because he did just that. He said, you just got here last week. I can't run my system. I'll have to run what you like to run, what you're used to running in New England. He did it, and the guy had a lot of success. Then Kyle goes, I got a full offseason. You're going to run my system now. Or you're going to learn how, or I'm going to find somebody that can run my system how I want it run. And it's not a good fit for either one of them. And then Saleh's performance, I don't know how you let one receiver beat you. They have one playmaker. They have one player, DeAndre Hopkins, and you let him catch 14 passes.
But so eventually he switched. So sometimes when the other corner is getting beat so bad, they'll put Richard Sherman on the other side. They did that in Seattle, and they did that here. They put him on DeAndre Hopkins' side. The issue with this defense, if you don't have a ferocious front four, if your front four isn't creating havoc, it can get beat really easily. So losing Buckner, you saw the effects early. And if that's the case the entire season, y'all don't have a good enough offense to make up that gap. You become a mediocre team. So this is concerning.
That one doesn't – the Buckner loss is a bit concerning. I'm less concerned because Kyler Murray, even with Buckner, we couldn't figure out how to keep him contained in the pocket.
But he didn't have a great game, and they still beat y'all.
No, he didn't play well. He scrambled all over the place. Like
he did do that.
You have 2 things you have to do to beat them: double D-hop
and contain Murray.
Slide Murray and keep him in the pocket. And their offense was outside of that. Their offense was non-existent. Besides Murray scrambles and throwing it to D-hop, they had no other function in working offense. That one was poor. But philosophically, I don't agree with him. I'm more of the Bill Belichick mind of, I'm going to take away what you do best and make you beat me with your second and third best options. The Seattle Pete Carroll philosophy is we're going to do what we're going to do what we do and limit big plays. Not I'm going to double team Hopkins all game and change my coverages to specially dictate to stop this particular offense. They're going to be more so, I'm just going to run what I run and maybe have a wrinkle here, a wrinkle there, but I'm not going to design a whole new defense just to stop this offense. Or Bill would design a whole new defense just to stop a mobile quarterback, and he's not even fast. He's just a big, strong possession receiver. But
he's good, though. Hold on now.
No, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm saying you don't have to worry about getting beat over the top with him.
Right, because he's not that fast. Yeah, I agree with that. But as far as getting separation and having great hands, he is one of the best I've seen it doing. Yeah, he's really good, man. They're going to be, once they get a connection brewing, oh, my God, dog.
This is going to be receptions. That's not a connection.
This is going to be no. I'm saying, like, you can see some mental lapses. They're not on the complete same page.
Same page at times.
It was some times where he dirted it. And he thought D-Hop was going to be certain places and D-Hop wasn't. And he thought the ball was going to be certain places and it wasn't. I'm saying when they get that together, oh my God.
Get that chemistry going.
This offense, they're going to be good, man. It's like a sort of an Air Coryell spread type. I love it, man.
When I watched it, my takeaway was when they play other teams, that's not going to work.
Why?
Because other teams are going to make the appropriate adjustments. I don't know why Saleh struggles with mobile quarterbacks, being able to contain him. Like, he's not able to structure his defense to stop it. And Kyler is just that. Their whole offense was scrambles and throwing it and forcing it to B-Hop. That was like the whole thing. They scored a touchdown off of a block punt that put the ball at like the 6 or the 7. And they had a little cute little play with 3 in the backfield, kind of caught them off guard. They scored off the first play off of that. But other than that, it was mostly scrambles. I don't believe next week a team is going to let Kyler Murray scramble for 90-some-odd yards and throw 18 targets to B-Hop, of which 14 will be completed. I don't see that formula being repeatable over week to week.
I do. I mean, that's what the Texans did. You know how many receptions that man had? I mean, it's tough to stop a guy who can get separation because he's able, whatever coverage you throw, he's able to find where he needs to be, and the quarterback, the play is already designed for him. So he's able to find where he needs to be and catch the rock. That's they could do that. The rest of the offense has to get better to where they can lean on other stuff going forward. But that's going to be there. That's going to be consistent. That's why they got the guy. They wanted to feed him to make sure that's a consistent part of their offense and then go forward otherwise. So I disagree.
I believe they're good. Our corners are pretty bad. Our defense is set up for the front four to be the front four and the linebackers, front seven, to be the stars of it. Our back half is below average, the secondary back there. Most secondaries that he'll face will be better than ours.
I saw Richard Sherman shaking his head. I'm interested to see how he graded out in the game. I didn't completely just straight on watch him, but he's getting up there. And, you know, just like we're saying with Tom, you can look old sometimes pretty quickly.
Yeah, I didn't walk away from that one going, dang, Richard Sherman is washed. He seemed like the same guy from last year.
Yeah.
Same strengths, same weaknesses. But watching Emmanuel Mosley try to cover.
He was getting ripped.
Boy, that's not a friendly because that kid is big and strong, and that corner is like 5'10", $185. That was not a good matchup.
See, I'm not a huge fan of Saleh. I mean, I think he's okay, but my problem with him being a head coach is those particular head coaches, Dan Quinn, Gus, I can't remember his last name. It was Gus
Bradley.
Gus Bradley, head coach of Jaguar. When they run a specific system, they're never great head coaches. That's my issue. It's not about him philosophically. Well, I guess it is philosophically, but I don't really like. They just never. I know he's black or whatever he is.
I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is. He's not white.
I know he's a minority. And
yes,
I want him to do well, but I'm just saying, like as a whole, those defensive coaches don't make good head coaches. That's just something I've noticed.
For me, he seems to have the command of the room. He's smartest guy in the room. He's definitely smarter than Kyle Shanahan.
Whoa, I wouldn't go there.
No, smarter. I'm not talking about football IQ. I'm talking about pure intelligence. That guy is very sharp. If you gotta check some of his interviews. Kyle Shanahan is like football smart. This guy is football smart and like intelligent. Yes. Beyond football. He has the charisma, the leadership ability. My concerns are the philosophical differences that I have in terms of his is play your stuff and play your stuff every week, where mine is take away what the other team does best and make them beat you with their second or third best options. That's my concerns with him, but I believe he would be able to recruit a top-notch staff and he'd be able to lead. Now, if you don't like that Seattle-style defense, then I would say, you can't make that move because that's what he runs schematically.
Keith, do you think the Cardinals have a chance to win this division?
No.
Okay.
No. I think they're a decent team, but Seattle's still in the way, and they looked pretty good yesterday.
They did. They did look really, really good. To go in, even without a crowd, to go at a 1 o'clock start coming from the West Coast, going to Atlanta, and beating a team that has those offensive weapons that they do, and a really good, to me, a top 7, 8, 6 quarterback, to basically put him. Make him uncomfortable and go in there and get that W convincingly. They could come out. I mean, I think with Jamal Adams adding that to their defense, that makes their defense legit.
Like he was all over the place yesterday. You see him?
He made a lot of plays.
Russ doing what Russ do. I don't know, man.
They look like the best team in the division in the NFC last week. Them and the Saints yesterday. After 1 week, they look like the top 2 teams in the division in the conference. I don't believe in the Cardinals. I believe they'll win about 9 games, maybe 10 tops. I think Atlanta's going to get that last wild card spot. I don't believe, even though they beat us, it was like we beat ourselves. But they won the game. I don't believe they're ready to win the division, but they will be competitive for that third wild card spot. It looks like it's going to be between us and Seattle. Boy, yesterday was a real stinker. If that trend continues, then Seattle's going to run away with this thing.
I thought that from the NFC's perspective, we saw the Packers do what I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to do. I think he's going to have one of those turn back the clock seasons to where he's able to dictate what he wants to do on the field and throw the ball all over the field. He did that. They have a really good running game. They protect him well. He threw for 400, damn near 350, and four touches. So I think he's gonna have one of those years, stats wise. So we'll see how this NFC plays out. But it's a lot of good teams, and I think the Vikings and the Falcons, even though they lost yesterday, they're good teams as well.
Yeah, it's week one.
The Packers
I get too excited about them after the first week, but too excited or too down either way. The Packers. He flashed back. He had a flashback yesterday.
Yeah,
it looked like Aaron Rodgers from about 6-7 years ago.
It did. You can see the effects of no preseason though. Everybody looked rusty in certain parts of the game.
Yeah, it looks like preseason football the first week.
Yeah. All right, Keith.
I think with Aaron Rodgers and it all depends if his pieces stay healthy. Is Devontae Adams stay healthy? You definitely see a drop off in Aaron's performance when Adams is not on the field.
No, but the Allen Lazard kid, he went off yesterday.
No, he's pretty good too.
Yeah. So the thing about Green Bay over the years, because Devontae Adams I think was a late second, early third round pick. They're great at finding receivers late and making them good, because it just speaks to how good Aaron Rodgers is and how good he's been. They just find guys and they become stars. I don't even get it. It just speaks to how good he is. I think another year in this offense that's changed a little bit from what he was used to with Mike McCarthy is going to help him as well. So they're getting better. He's getting more comfortable. The defense is still really good. I love Mike Pettin. I love how he's able to confuse other opposing quarterbacks. Every week he's just good at that. And I mean, like I said, I think they could go far because they have a lot of they got a lot of positives on both sides of the football.